All right, so the heavyweight champion of the world, that means you are the baddest man on the planet. That's been known for a long time. It used to be boxing. Now it's mixed martial arts. So who is the baddest man on the planet? Because currently we have two. You know the situation. Jon Jones, the greatest mixed martial artist of all time, is the undisputed heavyweight champion. But he's only fought once at heavyweight in the UFC. He got injured when he was meant to fight Stipe. You know all of this. So Tom Aspinall emerges. He becomes the interim champ by knocking out Sergey Pavlovich. And then he's defended the belt against Curtis Blades. Took him out again in just over a minute. Tom Aspinall is one of the best finishers in all of mixed martial arts. And he's also one of the nicest guys and one of the most humble guys. But finally, he's starting to get pissed off. You might have saw a video, an interview of me and him on the channel yesterday. If you haven't seen that, I suggest you check it out. He said when I was speaking to him on the Believe You Me podcast a few days ago, he had something soon that he was going to drop.
Make sure you tune in this Thursday, Tom Aspinall official. It's going off.
And this is what he dropped. Oh, by the way, then after this, we're going to go through all of Jon Jones's epic Twitter rant. The man went on a long tweeting, Xing spree. But never mind that. First of all, let's get to this.
About who's the baddest dude in the world. You put two guys in a room and who walks out? Jon Jones walks out of the room every time.
Exactly.
That is before this guy came along. Maybe. I'm just saying they got to fight.
Exactly right, Dana. We need to get Jon in a room first. Let's go and find the room.
He's going to be in a room. The room is going to be Madison Square Garden. To be fair, he'll be in a room.
Hello, Jon. Jon.
I mean, this is piss taking at its absolute finest.
Jon. Hello, Jon.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh shit.
Jon.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Sorry, mate. I thought you were someone else. Sorry.
Tom, because he's in fire shape, had to get the top off by the pool. I mean, it's pretty funny stuff, to be honest. He's just trying to say that Jones is ducking him. Clearly, that's the point of the video. And Tom is chasing him.
There he is. We've got him. Jon.
We're coming to the end of it here, and there he is with the ducks. Anyway, so there it is. The point of the video, Tom says that Jones is ducking him. The reality is, I don't think he is. Listen, Tom's my mate. I got nothing but respect.
There is no way in hell that Jon Jones doesn't want to fight Aspinall. So that I guarantee you.
Jon Jones is fighting Stipe Miocic at Madison Square Garden in November, and Tom is going to be the backup fighter. That is official. So you're going to be the backup fighter for the fight between Stipe and Jon. Is that confirmed?
Yes, mate, that's confirmed. And I will jump in on 1 hour's notice if I have to and beat either of them.
Now, I get his point. He feels that it should be him.
There's no way on earth that he's going to fight me. Not a chance. I will retire Jon Jones without even fighting him.
I've said this before. The fight with Stipe and Jon was made before Tom was even the interim champion. Tom is the interim champ because Jon got hurt. But it is all kind of a mess. And I do feel for Tom. And I think he's doing the correct thing here because Jon Jones has said that he's going to retire. And I think he saw this. And I think he saw a video of Tom Aspinall wrestling a rugby league player and struggling a little bit, according to some critics. But still, let's take a look at that video. All right, so here's Tom Aspinall. He's about to go head-to-head, dick-to-dick, nipple-to-nipple with Hugo Monye. Hugo Monye is not a wrestler or a fighter, but he's a big, strong, athletic guy. Used to play for the English rugby team. The man was a winger, so very, very fast. Let's have a look.
Go for it.
Shoots in, gets the single leg there. Tom let him have that, of course. Tries to switch to the double, nothing. Tom goes for a foot sweep, falls on his back, slips, jumps back up, got him in a collar tie.
Well done.
Goes for a whizzer kick.
Oh!
Monye stays, falls on his back. Tom jumps on, takes full mount position.
He had a little whizzer in there.
Now, fair enough, the man's not a fighter or a wrestler, but that didn't stop Jon Jones from jumping in and having a little dig. Let's have a look here. He says, looks like Tom's displaying that amazing UK wrestling. My focus is on Stipe. He actually wrestled Division 1. Best heavyweight of all time as of right now. Maybe Tom will go on and beat Stipe's record one day. Right now, I'm focusing on GOAT things. Now, he's right. The UK are not known for wrestling. However, Tom is a tremendous wrestler, and I'll tell you how I know. Because not only do we see him take people down in the UFC, take them down, submit them pretty quick, he's got knockout power, of course, to go with it, he's got the speed, he's got the agility. But if you're single-minded, if you're focused and you do the hard work, you can learn to wrestle. I'd never shot a double leg takedown in my life until my mid-20s when I started mixed martial arts. And I took plenty of people down in the UFC. Callum Bisping, my son, he was on a wrestling scholarship at San Francisco State University. He was in Liverpool a few years ago and actually wrestled with Tom. Granted, Tom was bigger, but he still took Callum down and got on top of him. And as I say, Callum was a collegiate wrestler. So anyway, let's have a look at the response from Jon Jones, because he went on quite the Twitter tirade, or the X-exhibition. Yeah, I like that one. Let's have a look. All right, so here is Jon Jones on Twitter. There's that wrestling one that I talked about. Let's remind ourselves, this is the greatest mixed martial artist of all time and currently the undisputed heavyweight champ. Said the one about the wrestling. He said, haha, man, because someone says, excuses, excuses. You guys have been really begging me lately. Is the heavyweight division really that boring without me? I see what he's doing there. That's a good way of turning things around. The beautiful thing about my position is that I'm not defined by one fight. Most of you people grew up watching me, and that is true. I mean, the man made his UFC debut in 2008. So most of us did grow up watching him. That's how long this man has been around. And that's why he's talking about retirement. Then he goes on and he says this. I guess there was a video that resurfaced recently of me saying that after Stipe, Francis was the only fight that I was interested in. That video was recorded well over a year ago. That was recorded before I got injured because there was an interim champion crowned. I'd already voiced that I wasn't interested in any more randoms. Now, magically, I'm ducking a fight that's never been negotiated or discussed at any table that matters. Lol. I'm sticking to my plans. Jon Jones jumps for nobody. How many belts does one need? How many times do I need to break my own record? And I gotta say, there's some very, very good points there. There's some very, very interesting things. Of course, he goes on, you know, he, as I see, look at this. I mean, he's on a Twitter tirade. Winner gets sent to a retirement home. That's fair. Someone says, winning against Stipe will prove nothing. Interesting. From my point of view, it seems like an amazing way to finish this good work that has started so long ago. So, my thoughts on all of this. First of all, I really empathize with Tom's situation. I understand. He wants to get his hands on one of these. And hopefully he does. Because I think me, you, MMA fans, we all want to see it. And it does seem that the razzle-dazzle or the mystique around the Jon Jones versus Stipe fight has diminished a little bit. But that's only because in the meantime, an interim champion has emerged. An interim champion that's really good. That's finishing people. That is just wiping the floor with all the competition. And one now that's starting to speak up. So Tom's doing a great job of taking people's attention from that fight and saying, hey, we need to be looking at this fight. But as we all know, and as I said earlier, this fight has been booked for a very, very long time. Now, should he retire? Should he retire? I've said it all day and I'll say it again. If he retires, then there's going to be a lot of shit talk, okay? How many times do I need to break my own record? How many belts does one need, right? The man makes some very, very good points. He has been fighting at the highest level for a very long time. He's defended the belt, God knows how many times, at light heavyweight. And he came up to heavyweight, not his natural weight class, beat Cyril Gane, right? But if he wants to retire, truly, undisputed, truly, the baddest man on the planet, then no man alive can retire without fighting Tom Aspinall. Because listen, Jon Jones has earned every single right to retire, to rest on his laurels, to enjoy the greatness that he has achieved. All of the money in the bank, all the blood, sweat and tears, all of that. He's a rich man, he's a famous man, he's going to go down in the history books as the greatest of all time, okay? That's a fact. No one will ever take that away from him. But the baddest man on the planet right now, is it Jon? Is it Tom? We don't know until they fight. Jon there is talking about the wrestling, right? And that would be an interesting one because that would be one of Jon's best paths to victory. Remember, he did out-wrestle Daniel Cormier, right? Which was mind-blowing to everybody. And Jon Jones has one of the best fight IQs. And maybe we see Tom Aspinall pushed to a limit. Maybe we see him taken down, eating some of those elbows, 12-6 style like he did on Matt Hamill, the only loss on his record via disqualification. Or maybe he says, because as he says, how many more randoms do I have to beat? Because he did say a while ago he was going to retire. Because guess what? Eventually, there's always somebody. We get older. We say it all the time. I've said it so many times in videos. You can't stay up here for that long, okay? You pitch your flag at the top of the mountain. You say, this is mine. I'm the champ. I'm taking this belt. And eventually, some little bastard comes along and knocks you off your peak, right? That's just the way it goes. And if he was to retire now, yeah, there'd be so many critics. People would talk so much shit. You're ducking Tom. You're a coward. You were never truly the heavyweight champ. But then the whole time, Jon Jones is sitting in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where, by the way, all those millions of dollars go a very, very long way, living a great life, knowing what he achieved in the greatest sport on planet Earth, and knowing that he's truly, forever, an icon and one of the best fighters to ever do it. It's one of those things. I would like to see them fight. I hope he doesn't retire. Maybe this is a big negotiation tactic. Maybe the UFC step up and make some crazy offer and we get to see Tom versus Jon. But right now, according to everything that Jon's saying, it does look like Madison Square Garden versus Stipe Miocic will be the last time we get to see him fight. What do you think of all of this? What do you think about Tom's video? What do you think about Jon's Twitter rant? And ultimately, what do you think about it if he was to walk away from the sport? You cannot force anybody to fight. He's been there, done it, got the t-shirt, and he's getting older. I'm not making excuses. I'm saying I'm friends with Tom. I see it from Tom's perspective. But you've also got to look at it through the lens of Jon Jones. Do you know what I mean? When is enough enough? When have you made enough money? When have you had enough fights? When have you proven to yourself and the world and all the fight fans everywhere that you're the best? I don't know. When is that time? You let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor, like the video, helps people share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And thank you for watching. Goodbye. I'll have a new voice, hopefully by the next time you see me.